Merry fucking Christmas, motherfuckers. Matt, how are you, buddy?
Not too bad, not too bad. You know what? I asked what you were gonna do, and you surprise me every week. I
I
don't know.
surprise everyone every week, all the time.
It's got to be different every week. That's gonna be a lot of pressure on you one day.
Hey, you know what? My old coaches said I was good under pressure, so we'll see what happens.
We'll see. Only time will tell.
That's it.
All right, let's start it off. We got some news here. My boy Eric Karlsson gets suspended 2 games
That's a
for
little
what they
bullshit.
call an illegal check.
I don't agree.
Me neither. I'll be honest with you. I mean, look, his skates were on the ice. Shoulder was planted down, and it was shoulder-on-shoulder contact.
It
Yes,
was.
there was some head contact, but it wasn't the initial point of contact. I mean, we saw just a couple weeks ago Tom Wilson get away with a hit on against New Jersey.
And he jumped.
And he
Kind of.
Well, sort of, yeah. And it was late. At least this guy had the puck. It was a late hit. Again, initial point was a shoulder, and then got some of the head, and he didn't get suspended.
Yeah. I think the hit that Carlson gave it looked worse than it actually was because his head kind of snapped.
Yeah, like a whiplash.
It
type
kind of
thing,
whipped. But I mean, dude, get up. You're fine. All
Yeah. I
right.
skated off. He was fine. I don't
Skated
know.
off.
I haven't heard about.
I'm
him.
positive he didn't miss a shift. I don't think he did.
He did leave, but I don't know if he was
Fuck
gone for
him.
the game. What they do need to do is be more consistent, though.
Oh,
They're
100%.
very
They don't know what
inconsistent
they're
with their
doing over there.
calls. Not even just like even goal interference. They're very inconsistent with. They don't know what is a goal. They don't know like what is a hit. Like what can you do in this league anymore?
Buddy, here's the goalie interference. If you shoot the puck and you fucking hit the goalie, interference.
Well, you're saying regardless, what if the other team hits you into him?
It's not interference.
Uh,
Your
You would,
defense,
you
your
would think
D-man
that's what
should
they would
not.
do.
Your D-man should not push you into their goalie.
Yeah, you would think that's how they would judge it, but they haven't been able to do that for the past couple of years. But
Yeah.
again, off of goalie interference, we're talking about the hit here. It's very inconsistent considering what Wilson did to what Karlsson did. You know,
Yeah, of course.
Karlsson was cleaner.
I'm definitely surprised that he got suspended because he's not an idiot. Like he's never been suspended before. He plays pretty clean. But yeah, I don't know. I don't agree with the suspension. Maybe fine him if anything with no suspension. But the NHL's gonna do its thing, whatever they feel is right. So
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Next, we got Dylan Larkin. He's on a bit of a hot streak.
a little bit.
A little bit, just 11 games.
Obviously, he's the guy on Detroit.
Yeah, he's the
And
one.
he's a good player. He's a good skater. So I'm not really surprised that he's on a point streak like that. It just their power play stinks.
Yeah, but I
Wow.
mean, they don't really have a lot of firepower to work with.
Yeah, like it's just really Larkin and
Yeah,
Gus Nyquist.
Isn't that guy that they have on who's the defense? Chalowski, I think.
Chalowski, the rookie. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he's on their
Good
top
last
line,
name.
no?
good last name.
So I mean, I don't know. I mean, they don't have a lot of firepower that most teams have. I mean, they
But
don't
you
have
know
that
what?
star either, though. So you
Like I
never
said-
know. If they come last place, they could be getting Jack Hughes, and maybe that guy can help out their power play a little bit.
A little bit. He's a good player, but we'll get into that a little later. But yeah, Larkin, it's good for him. Since he came to the NHL, he's been pretty consistent. So it's nice to see that he's on a little point streak. And I have him in fantasy, so even better for me.
Let's talk about the other guy that you got in fantasy who came back this week,
Rattled.
Patrice Bergeron.
Yep.
You didn't set him because you had him in your IR still.
Yep, because, Yahoo didn't fucking update it in time, and I didn't see it, and he was in my bench, and he got 4 points.
4 points in his return. I think Pasternak had 3,
Pasternak had 3, and Krug had a couple as well.
This is going back to our first episode when we said both Pasternak and Marchand.
We're gonna,
Without Bergeron there,
They
they
looked
were
a bit-
struggling a bit, but,
they found their groove, like,
When
a
they
couple
played
games,
together.
A couple
they
games
put Kreischer
before
with them, yeah.
Bergeron came back, and then obviously you had Bergeron back. The guy's a stud.
They-
Both ends of the ice, amazing.
Yeah, now that they got Bergeron back, I mean, right away, 7 points between Bergeron and Pasternak, so...
It's good
I
for
mean,
me.
yeah, good for you, except you didn't start him, so
Yeah,
what
so
are you going to do?
L for Calvo, but it's okay.
Talk about the other injury updates. Colton Sissons, Nashville. Lower body injury. He's on the IR now. The thing about this injury, he's not a big name player that most guys are that are injured that we've talked about. But if you look at Nashville's team, the players injured
They are
is
hurt.
ridiculous. There's Victor Arvidsson, PK
Band-Aid.
Subban, Philip Forsberg, and now Colton Sisson.
hmm
Now, 3 of the 4 guys there are top-line players. Subban eats a lot of minutes on defense.
Yep.
And Arvidsson and Forsberg play with Johansson at the top. They play a lot of forward minutes. When they're healthy, they're top-line power play with them. Their first line.
Yeah, that's a good top line.
So
for sure.
I don't know. They're missing a lot of guys to say that they were, they're not doing the best, but they're not doing bad either. They're still having a great year.
They're treading right now. They're doing kind of like what Boston did. They're winning the games that they have to.
Exactly.
They're treading. They actually surprisingly lost. I saw this stat the other day after the Boston game. They lost 10 straight road games.
Jeez.
Which is crazy because Nashville's fucking amazing. But anyways, yeah.
When you miss key guys like that, though, it's
gonna hurt any team.
But hey, when they get back, they're gonna be a scary team.
Oh, 100%. Nashville, solid all around good team.
To know that they got depth and they got Ryan Hartman and Kevin Fiala with Johansson right now, and they're still doing pretty well.
That's a decent first line too. But obviously not as good as Forsberg and Arvidsson. But
let's go to a more significant injury. Matt Dumba. And I don't even know how long he's going to be out. They haven't said. All they've given us is a significant amount of time. I didn't see the injury.
His ankle? I honestly didn't see the injury either, but obviously it's pretty fucking bad if he's missing a lot of time. I just want to say I feel really bad for my buddy Matt Molinaro because he recently traded for Matt Dumba and shit out of luck. He's on the IR. Sorry, buddy. But anyways.
Well, there is the news. He is going to get a second opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like he will have surgery next week. So just a shot in the dark, maybe 4 to 6 weeks. But he was a key part in that Minnesota D-line.
12 goals as a D-man, and how many games have they played? 30-something?
I'm not too sure. But, 22 points altogether.
Solid. He's got a cannon from the point on the power play.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus. Big loss for Minnesota.
All right. I know this is the topic you've been wanting to talk about forever now. We got the World Juniors coming up in a couple days. I know this is like your favorite time of year.
Oh yeah,
you love the World Juniors.
I honestly like watching it sometimes more than I like watching NHL hockey because I feel like it's faster paced.
It's more unpredictable too.
Exactly, they have more to. I feel like these young kids have more to play for, and there's some good fucking young kids in these tournaments.
Well, look, a lot of guys are drafted to teams, but then there's other guys who aren't. It's kind of like a showcase for them, too.
Exactly.
So what are you excited about for the World Juniors?
Obviously watching Canada. I'm excited to watch that kid, Alexis Lafreniere. He looks good. And
ninth youngest player to be on the team, 17.
It must suck wearing a fucking cage while everyone else is wearing a visor. Jeez. I just wear a visor.
Yeah, see, I wear a cage.
You know what, fuck you guys,
I just get used to it.
Visor.
Just leave it like that.
But, no, you know what? I don't know if Canada is going to be as good as they were last year because they were amazing last year. But
the one thing that they're definitely lacking is their, not depth, but their experience in the tournament.
Easily.
They don't have, before Formanton went down, they only had Formanton and Comtois on the same team, on the same
and now they have
returning
just
team.
One.
Now it's just Comtois.
Alex Formanton is out with a knee injury?
Yeah, it was a knee on knee or something like that, or is it more like a hip check to the knee?
Which is unfortunate because he's a solid player, great skater, but Canada usually does have good depth, so we'll see what happens.
Let's see what. Now, what I'm excited about is the Hughes brothers. I want to see how they're going to play. Obviously, Jack Hughes, the projected number 1 overall pick.
He's the centerman, right?
Yeah.
Because I know there's a defenseman
and Quinn Hughes, property of the Vancouver Canucks.
Yeah, he's a defenseman or
he's a defenseman.
Defenseman, yeah.
So I'm excited to see how those two guys are going to play.
I hope they play good, just not against Canada.
Yeah,
obviously.
Everyone against Canada, they can do well. I don't care, but it's going to be exciting to watch those guys play.
Even you know what, you got to watch the Czechs too because they grow some good talent over there. They had Filip Zadina this past World Juniors. He's obviously in. I don't know if he's in juniors or if he's in the AHL team.
He's in the AHL now, but he could be in juniors. I'll check.
But he's a good young player. But you got to watch out for the Czechs. I'm not really sure who they had this year. I won't lie to you guys. But if you want to listen to me, watch the Czechs play. If not, who cares? Yeah.
So the Czechs will get Filip Zadina in the World Juniors.
That's a huge boost for them.
That's a very big boost.
I'm sure he'll captain them. He was there last year, so...
I mean, he's playing the AHL, so he's definitely got that pro experience. Yep. Especially, they're playing in Vancouver, so he's used to the ice surface. It's not the bigger ice that they play with in Europe, so he's kind of got used to the smaller ice. So I feel like he definitely has...
Definitely, he knows what's going to go.
He's got the experience,
happen,
He's been there last year. Pretty sure he was... Was he the captain last year?
I don't think he will. He might have been, I'm not sure.
But again, they're a surprise team. They always are. They always come out and they surprise.
And then you got the Swedens. obviously, who can't get it done ever.
The Swedes are missing Liljegren. He's not gonna. He's out with the lower body injury.
Oh yeah,
so he's.
I
Not
saw he
the
made the
juniors.
team, but then
Yeah,
I
read this
really
morning
sure
that he was out.
That's a big loss for them. He's on the Leafs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Property of the Leafs.
Property of the Leafs. There it is. Matt, what are your final predictions for the tournament? Who do you think's gonna win? Who do you think's gonna fucking
Well, obviously, I'm gonna say.
shit?
I'm obviously gonna say Canada's gonna win. Let's be honest. I mean, this is just.
It's our game, man.
We can say unbiased, but I mean, we know it's gonna be a biased opinion all the time. We're gonna say Canada's gonna win.
Canada's the shit when it comes to hockey.
So
That's it.
I say Canada takes it, but I say it's going to be, again, another rematch of Canada-US in the finals. Because who doesn't love to watch that?
Well, last year it was Canada-Sweden, but the year before that was Canada.
Yeah.
Canada-US, which
and that's when the US won. Yeah.
I actually almost cried. I swear to God, it was a bad time.
It's I do think if they get Canada-US, I mean that's
the best match. That's the best finals you can ever hope for.
It's a great finals. It's a great, again, two of the best teams that are probably in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Canada and the US
consistently, obviously.
Yeah. So it'll be exciting to watch those two guys for sure.
Especially being on Canadian ground this year, that'll be dope.
Yeah, and Vancouver.
Last year was.
Last year they were in Buffalo.
Buffalo, that's right. That's right. I
this
couldn't
year
tell
back in
because
Canada.
When Steenbergen scored the game winner with a minute left, that was wild.
Yeah, I remember Buffalo because Brady Tkachuk's in the outdoor game had a 2-goal performance.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. So
whatever, they could beat us outdoor. We'll win the gold like we usually do. It doesn't matter. What else we got this week? There's not a lot of games this week.
Well, yeah, they're off for about 3-4 days.
Yeah, they're off till Thursday. I think teams start playing in. So
quite possibly, I'm not too sure, but I think it's about Wednesday or Thursday. I haven't
Wednesday
really
or Thursday. So it's gonna be a slow week. But
so we wanted to get a nice quick podcast.
We wanted to get for our dedicated fans here.
Before the holidays, we got stuff to do.
We have priorities, but you know what? This is also a priority. So, all right, guys, thank you for listening. Me and Matt want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and
happy holidays.
Happy holidays, and go Team Canada. All right, guys, ciao.